Winter break had arrived, and 15-year-old Maya was thrilled to have the house to herself for a week. Her parents had gone on a business trip, and her older brother was away at college. It was a rare opportunity for her to enjoy some peace and quiet. The first few days went by uneventfully. Mia reveled in her newfound freedom, binge-watching movies and staying up late. However, as the week went on, an eerie sense of isolation crept in. The house, once warm and comforting, began to feel vast and ominous, especially in the long, silent nights. One particularly cold night, Maya was in her room, engrossed in a book, when she heard a strange noise coming from downstairs. She paused, straining to listen. It sounded like soft, muffled footsteps. Her heart raced, and she wondered if her imagination was playing tricks on her. Mia decided to investigate. She grabbed a heavy flashlight and crept down the stairs. The house was shrouded in darkness, and the silence seemed to weigh on her. As she reached the bottom of the stairs, she could see that the front door was slightly ajar. Fear gripped Maya. She knew she had locked the door, but now it stood open, inviting the frigid winter air into the house. She pushed it closed, her hands trembling. It was then that she noticed footprints in the snow just outside the door, leading in. The realization hit her like a ton of bricks. Someone had entered her home. Mia's heart raced, and she quietly moved through the house, checking each room. Nothing seemed out of place, and there were no signs of an intruder. She convinced herself that it must have been a fluke, a door left ajar by the wind. But her unease lingered, and she couldn't shake the feeling of being watched. She returned to her room, locked the door, and tried to continue reading. As the minutes turned into hours, she was just starting to relax when she heard a soft whisper coming from the hallway. Mia strained her ears to listen. The whisper grew louder, and it was coming from right outside her bedroom door. She couldn't make out the words, but the voice sounded hoarse and malevolent. Panic welled up inside her, and she knew she had to act. With her flashlight in hand, she flung open the door, revealing the empty hallway. The whispering had stopped, but the sense of foreboding remained. She quickly shut and locked the door, wondering if she had imagined the whole thing. Suddenly, the lights in her room flickered and went out. Mia's heart pounded as she fumbled for her flashlight, and when she switched it on, the beam revealed a chilling sight. A shadowy figure stood at the end of the hallway, its presence exuding malevolence. Mia's courage wavered as the figure advanced towards her. She backed into her room, her flashlight trembling in her grip. She knew she was home alone, and there should be no one else in the house. She had to confront this uninvited guest and uncover the truth behind the chilling whispers. Mia's heart raced as the shadowy figure advanced toward her. She stood her ground, her trembling flashlight aimed at the intruder. The figure's presence was unsettling. It seemed to shift and contort in the dim light, its features indistinct. "What do you want?" Mia's voice quivered, but she managed to speak. The shadowy figure remained silent, its malevolent presence weighing on her. Then, in a voice that sent shivers down Mia's spine, it finally spoke. "You should not have come looking for me." Mia's mind raced. She had no idea who or what this figure was, but she was certain that it wasn't human. She had entered a realm of the unexplained, a world where the ordinary rules no longer applied. With a surge of courage, Maya demanded answers. "Who are you? Why are you here?" The figure's response was cryptic. "I have waited a long time for this. The house calls out to me, and you have unlocked the door." The statement left Maya bewildered. What did the figure mean by unlocked the door? She had only been investigating the strange occurrences, not seeking to invite whatever malevolent force inhabited her home. As the figure moved closer, Mia's flashlight flickered and the room grew colder. She felt an intense sense of dread, as if an unseen presence was closing in on her. She knew she had to escape, but the hallway was blocked by the intruder. Summoning all her courage, Mia made a run for the window. She smashed it open and climbed onto the roof, her heart pounding as she looked back at the house. The figure had not followed her outside but remained in the dark hallway. Mia fled to a neighbor's house where she called the police. When they arrived, they found no sign of the intruder. The house appeared empty just as it should have been. Maya was left feeling as if she had escaped a nightmare, and the experience had left her with more questions than answers. In the days that followed, Maya couldn't stay in the house any longer. She moved in with her aunt while her parents rushed back home. They had heard her account of the unsettling events and decided to sell the house, wanting to leave the unexplained occurrences behind. The house found new owners, unaware of its chilling history. Maya never returned to that place, but she knew that the uninvited guest still lingered, waiting for the next unsuspecting soul to cross its path. The memory of that fateful night would forever haunt Maya, a reminder that there were forces beyond our understanding, lurking in the shadows. The uninvited guest had left an indelible mark on her, a tale she could never forget.